Alright guys, I want to thank you for checking out the symbolism slash making up video for Stitch Art here. That's what I call this mask. I didn't put it in the video, but yeah, that's what I call this mask. So if you've seen it on Facebook or Twitter, you'll already know that. But that deviant art. So anyways, I'm going to go over the symbolism real quick, and we'll get right into the mask and how I made it and everything. So the overall symbolism, if you couldn't hear it in the video itself, I know I'm planning to fix the audio. I'm not really quite 100% if I'm going to re-release it though, or if I'm going to delete the old one and just put it up there. Probably not. So okay, let's first talk about the fleshy part of the mask. In 3 spots, I think I had it here, and one on the opposite side. I had a photograph of Gothic Jody 18. Then there was one, I think it was right here, up on top of the mask, where it was the both of us together. Here, I'll even show you right quick on my computer. Should be on here, no problems. Yeah, this one right here. That was the picture on top of the mask. So anyways, then I used my standby one for of just her on the other 2 sides. So anyways, because they represented memories of her that I wanted to tear out of my brain, but because at the time we were split up, so that's why I didn't want, that's kind of why I just wanted to forget her, because I realized she wasn't probably going to come back into my life. So so that's kind of why you have the hooks and chains. They're like pulling, like as you can see here. This idea I got from Hellraiser. I really liked that idea. It's like if you look on Chatter, which is one of my favorite Cenobites, is he has hooks that reach in his mouth and pull back onto an opposing piece in the back. So like, that's how I got it right here. Like, see, I got it in one of the burn marks. Another piece of flesh right there. I'm trying to think where's the last one. And the last one's kind of like weirdly put into the back of the neck, or like that. So yeah, this one is definitely going to need to be safe-proofed before I can wear it again, or try to. Maybe make a better video for it as well. I left some of them hanging like this because I thought it'd be pretty cool if some of them were hanging. So I left one like that in the eye. And as you can see, yes, I'm still working on it. This thing was tearing apart on me. So if I'm to recreate this mask again, I will definitely try some things that are different, but at least this holds together. So also got to fasten that down. So so yeah, the burns are all like things that she said to me that really hurt me, but yet there's also some things that were like self-inflicted. So the claw mark in the chest is to look like as if something like really ripped me right across. I was going to take and put it on the opposing side, but right at this point, if you take a look at my sketch, which I'll show you right here, I was going to put a mark kind of like that of my tattoo that I have on my actual self. And yeah, I realized instead of the claw mark right in the middle like I have in the drawing, it's off towards the right side. So then of course, yeah, the tears of blood, yeah, kind of represent how much I had really missed her, and also too, some other things like that. So that's pretty much, oh, and then of course the bits of barbed wire is like to hold it all together. I guess you could say I wanted to get more in, but as I realized I was running out of time to actually get it out on her birthday. That's why I hate doing stuff like that. So if I were to take and do it again, I would probably completely wrap it around with this stuff. So So okay, now I'm going to show you guys how I actually made this mask real quick. So, how I made the mask is quite simple. I kind of came up with this first. Well, actually, after I had made the mask, a cast of my face. This stuff right here, I used. I did it using Smooth-On's Alga-Safe Acrobat Alginate. This stuff really kicks ass. It holds up. And as you can see, I had to make a plaster bandage shell for it, which I kind of reused an old one I had. And ignore the flashing orange dot. That's from my camera, and I see it's reflecting off my computer screen. So anyways, so as you can see, I started off with a first layer of flesh color, and then at the time I was making my second butchered soul cast right there in that mold. So then I added a nice red fleshy color because I thought I was going to cut open bits of the face so it looked like battle scarring. But then again, like if you flip this on open, you'll see I got bits of red and flesh, so it's gonna look kind of weird, but oh well. So I was kind of planning ahead, and as you can see, this is sort of a blood color, really dark red. So more on that. Then this is the final product. I realized I didn't use the alginate well, so we ended up having some flashing, especially with the nose. There was like what looked like a giant, like, I guess you can see it right there. It kind of looks like a giant flesh booger. Oh, there you go, right there. So see, that looked all nasty because I didn't properly secure the nose hole. So yeah, because you're supposed to do that when you make that an alginate mold. So so I ended up trimming it, came up with a sketch. Then I secured it to the armature that I was going to sculpt this on. I did a literal method of sculpting, which, as you can see, I added more dark red to this, a very thin layer. I didn't know how thick I was supposed to make this, so then I added flesh tone over that. I figured the flesh tone would be easier to help me tell the mask from the actual armature. Kept sculpting away. Then here I added a few of the marks, like as you can see. I started a few of the burns. I made the claw mark, and then we added more. Then as you can see, I added more in the back because I wanted to kind of have even layers. I wanted some odd layers, so it like wasn't all in one spot. Then you know, I just kept adding more and more layers and then I kind of added some flaps of skin along the way. Then I finally added the red layers this time around. I kind of took some paint, or not some paint, some silicone mixed with flocking and pigment, spread it all over on the mask. Now as you can see, along the way I'm adding wrinkles and or I'm adding fine lines to represent the burns and all that kind of stuff. Finally, here it is all painted up. It looks all nice and painted. It's got the tears. Then here, I know it's kind of a bit of a jump, but there you have it with the wires and the hooks. And right there, I realized in the throat, and actually I'm going to talk about that. This was a pain in the ass. The throat started to rip right after I had used it to try and, you know, take the mask off. So let's see if I can get that in there. So yeah, as you can see, that's still not properly fixed, so I don't know. I just may tear this all apart and try again, or even upgrade this mask so it's got a new look to it. So I don't know, sky's the limit with this thing. So then you have more of the final finished mask. I'm also going to talk about how I made the wire here. Now if you're going to wonder how I did this, this is pretty easy to do. Even a little kid could take and do this. Is what you're going to need is, I used beading wire, 20 gauge beading wire, and I took long strands. I kind of measured out roughly where I needed to go. Then as you can see, I twisted them so it made one long wire. So basically take 2 strands of wire, twisted them, then I made the barbs, which then I twisted onto that. So that's pretty much how I made this mask. I thought it was pretty cool. So if you guys want, post it in the comments. I could take and show you guys a tutorial on this, because I thought this is a badass way to make masks, and I think I'm actually going to do a similar method for some complete new original ideas on masks. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. So I may already have my first tutorial right here, along with my first Necronomicon that I had made not too long ago. And I realized how stretchy this stuff is, and I think I went a little overboard on this cast, because see, notice how thick this is in relativity to this, where it's sort of thick, but it's kind of not, especially towards the middle. So anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this mask and the making of video, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and watch me on DeviantArt. Thank you. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.